What's up, everybody? I'm making this video because I don't feel like writing, and this is something that'll always be there. And like, if I lose a notebook, it's gone. Like, I got my presidential platform. My I'm trying to think of a better word than platform. Platform makes me think of like at the convention where like that, like a party platform. This is my personal platform. What do you call that? Your plan? I mean, all I've ever heard is called a plan, but I got a whole plan written out, multiple planks. I can't remember exactly how many at this point, but I'll release the whole thing one day, probably just for fun. There's a YouTube video that will actually be edited, and like it'll be like a PowerPoint. You'll actually see the planks on screen. But I just thought of this. I was watching something. Shout out to Sabby Sabs, Sabrina Salvati, or she's called Sabby Sabs, black girl, great. I think she calls herself a progressive. I don't think she really does like partisan politics. She just tells it like it is, talks to different people on different sides about different things. I love her. She's one of my people I really look up to for news. She covered a story about now in Alabama they're forcing prisoners to do labor. Like all states are doing it. Like the 13th Amendment still allows slave labor. Just if you're duly convicted of a crime and like you're in prison, you can be used as slave labor. And that blows my mind. Like it always has ever since I read the Constitution and all the amendments. And it needs to be amended somehow. Like that's not okay. And even when they're paying these prisoners when it's not literally slavery, they're paying them 7.25, the federal minimum wage. Most of these guys don't get that. But like the little minuscule percentage of laborers who are getting paid that, they rob these guys. I didn't even know this. They'll charge you like a 40% of your the money you made just for like they'll charge you to get a ride to the facility that you work at, food and shit like that, clothes. Like they'll charge you for like the work uniform, the ride. Man, that's insane. That is highway robbery. Like literally the closest they get to literal highway robbery. They charging you to ride on the highway. I've been overusing the word literally lately. I'm trying to use it in literally the right way. But seriously, that leads to my point. New point on my planks. We need to defund the entire private prison industry. I was going to call it a complex. It's not a complex. It hasn't been around long enough. It's a relatively young industry. It's around the 80s, 90s, around the time gangster rap came out. That's like one conspiracy theory I believe in, that the private prisons and rap becoming violent and drug based centered is there's a I think there's a correlation there. I think there's a direct correlation there. Like I mentioned in my last video, this is a white supremacist society. You want to lock a bunch of blacks up, put a bunch of violent music out there, flood their neighborhood with drugs, make them live in poverty. You get that exact result. And there's literally an incentive to lock people up now. So tell me it's just a conspiracy theory. Nah, they knew what they were doing. And we're gonna learn some shit in this video. How much does the private prison industry make? I got another part of my plan because this ain't it. We're not gonna defund and let the money just sit there. $374 million annually. So what I would do, you never hear candidates talking like this, which is why I have 100%, 1,000% confidence I'm going to be president of this country. Because God's already shown me that that's my future. I truly believe in God. People like to go around talking about they believe in God or they pray or whatever. I don't think most people really even believe in God. But until it's like too late and their lives are ruined or whatever, like your deathbed or in prison. But people always find religion in prison, but and on their deathbed. But I found it while I'm living good. And I'm going to take that money it's possible there's precedent for it. Obama banned private prisons, but Trump, of course, unbanned it right when he got in because they donated $1 million to his inauguration. Same with the payday loan industry. Obama banned that. Waited until 2016 to ban that. December 2016. Fucking asshole. And at least he did it, had the balls to do it. It just waited too little too late. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to do that shit early so it becomes normalized. Most people don't even know he banned it, but he banned the private prisons, banned the payday loans. Obama, Trump, put it all back in place, But I would add safeguards. I do it early in my presidency, and it's gonna be accompanied by a bill, not just an executive order. And if these little motherfuckers don't want to go along with my bill, you know, I might just have to dig into my bag of tricks. Blackmail. Well, yeah, you're going along with my bills. You're going along with my fucking bills. Like the LBJ said, you say, you're gonna be my man on this. You're gonna be my man on this. Anyways, yeah, don't let me in that office. I'm gonna take total control. Look, man, the president's the most powerful man in the world. Plus, you got immunity too. You'd be a fucking bitch not to use that kind of power. This ain't no Obama shit. I'm not Barack Obama. I'll leave him alive. Anyways, that's the newest plank of my plan. One day I'm gonna release the whole thing. I think people think I'm joking sometimes when I talk about my presidential platform. No, bitch. I wrote this shit 2 years ago. Before Roe versus Wade got overturned. I got a thing about abortion. I got everything, baby. But this is just the newest plank. We're gonna defund private prisons 100%. You want a private prison? Don't take a loan or a grant from the government. Go start it up yourself, bitch. You want a prison? Go start a private prison in your fucking garage. That's how you do it, right? Anyways, we're gonna defund them, take that $370 million, $4 million taxpayer money away, and we're gonna did I even mention what I'm gonna do with the money? I'm giving it to public defenders, bitch. That's a rapid, that's a massive shakeup. I'm gonna do it rapidly too. That is a massive shakeup and a transfer of power. You take that money from the private prison industry, which is evil, give it to public defenders who are doing God's work. And they'll be paid well. We can use it to hire a lot more public defenders, and inmates will finally get the legal representation they deserve, just like everybody else, not just the rich. But man, tell me what kind of candidate's talking like that. And hell, if there's any money left over from that, I might just send you a rebate check for like $1. Just to say I sent you something. We nationalized private prisons. Oh, wait, we already have those. They're called federal prisons. That's why we don't need private prisons. That creates a perverse incentive. All right, guys, tell me what you think about my plan. I think 99% of people would agree with it.